Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM, friends. I have got your weekly dose of Hollywood headlines, and this week we are getting an apology and a warning from Justin Timberlake following his DUI arrest. So I filled you all in back in June that the former NSYNC singer was pulled over and arrested in Sag Harbor, Long Island after he allegedly blew through a stop sign and was swerving in and out of his lane. Well, Justin allegedly refused, 3 different times to take a breathalyzer test, so the police officer booked him for driving while intoxicated, so DWI, I apologize, on June 18th. So Justin Timberlake and his legal team fought the charges and were successful in getting the DWI charge lessened to driving while alcohol impaired. So last Friday, Timberlake issued a groveling court-ordered, keyword, court-ordered apology for getting behind the wheel after downing drinks in the Hamptons. So the singer pled guilty to driving while alcohol impaired, as I said, and the deal with prosecutors originally only involved him making this court-mandated public apology. But the judge in the case said that was not enough and decided on his own to also sentence Timberlake to 25 to 40 hours of community service at a nonprofit of his choosing. So here's what Timberlake had to say during this court-ordered public apology.
And so what I'd like to say to everyone watching and listening, even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car. There's so many alternatives. Call a friend, take an Uber. There's many travel apps. Still, take a taxi. This is a mistake that I made, but I'm hoping that whoever's watching and listening right now can learn from this mistake. I know that I certainly have. And like I said, even one drink. Don't get behind the wheel of a car.
So from this, I can't tell if he's actually having emotion behind it or if he's just doing it because he has to do it and get it out of the way. But regardless, great message. There are many alternatives, so don't drive under the influence, everyone, okay? So at the time of his arrest, Timberlake was terrified that his Forget the World tour would be ruined. He literally was like, the tour's gonna be ruined. But from the looks of social media, the tour has continued without a hitch. And something that isn't still not going off without a hitch is Meghan Markle's relationship with her royal in-laws. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex recently celebrated Prince Harry's big 40th birthday, and it's been well known for the past few years that the royal family is at odds with Prince Harry and his wife Meghan following their exit from their royal duties. So this all went down in 2020 after Harry and Meghan moved to California. Well, since their move to the U.S. from the U.K. and their tell-all interview with Oprah, Harry and Meghan have been somewhat exiled from the rest of the royal family. Harry has made public appearances at a few royal events in years past, and it finally looks like Harry's relationship with his brother, Prince William, and father, King Charles III, just might be turning a corner because on Sunday, the Duke of Sussex received birthday love on X, formerly Twitter, from his father and his brother and sister-in-law, Princess Kate, Prince William and Kate Middleton, as I said. The photo they decided to use, though, to mark Harry's 40th trip around the sun was an image of him from 2018, grinning ear to ear while, visiting Dog Patch Labs in Dublin. However, here's the picture that so here's the original photo. However, you can see Meghan's including in it, smiling right next to him, but the photo they used on Twitter actually had Meghan cropped out of it. So I think I have that one as well. So that's what they originally posted, and many found this crop photo to be the royal family's way of snubbing Meghan yet again, kind of saying like, you don't exist, lady. However, a spokesperson for Buckingham Palace insisted to news publication The Independent that the image shared on the family's official X account was not altered in any way and was actually used in the format they received from the photo agency. The outlet noted that the Duke of Sussex was captured from several different angles during this trip, both with and without his wife. Other fans obviously took issue with Buckingham Palace, even tweeting out a birthday wish to Harry because he and Meghan accused the royal family of being racist during their interview with Oprah. And the last time the royal family actually acknowledged Harry's birthday publicly was back in September 2021. So that's kind of I think this is a big step. I also personally think the social media is just reaching on this one, because even if they used the entire photo and didn't crop it, like, Megan is out of focus, which could have also been interpreted as being like snubbed. So I don't know, maybe they're turning a corner, maybe they're not. Okay, so you know the saying, not all superheroes wear capes. Well, this is especially true for one Tennessee woman who was saved by a rock star. I'm sure you have seen this amazing video on social media, but in the event you have not, rocker Jon Bon Jovi recently saved a woman's life, and I will just issue a trigger warning. This story does deal with matters of attempted suicide. So here's what went down. Last week, the singer was filming a music video in Nashville, Tennessee on a pedestrian bridge when he encountered a woman in distress on the outer ledge of the bridge. You'll see it in this video here. The 62-year-old rock star and a member from his team were able to successfully talk the woman down from the ledge. You can see that right there. And bring her over to safety. And Bon Jovi was praised by the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department online. Their official Twitter account, X account, from the department tweeted on September 11th, quote, "A shout out to Jon Bon Jovi and his team for helping a woman on the pedestrian bridge Tuesday night. Bon Jovi helped persuade her to come off the ledge over the Cumberland River to safety. It takes all of us to help keep each other safe." And seriously, talk about being in the right place at the right time. Really sad start to the story, amazing ending. So I'm sure nobody, myself included, expected this to happen in 2024. Also, if you or someone you know is dealing with suicidal ideations, please give the Suicide Prevention Lifeline a call at 988. Okay, before I wrap up our What the Hollywood, I just have a few quick bites to go over that I couldn't dive in fully to. So let's just say presidential candidate Donald Trump announced his hate, for lack of a better word, literally hate for Taylor Swift over the weekend. He tweeted, unprompted, quote, "I hate Taylor Swift," on Sunday, September 15th. This comes after the singer publicly endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. And surprisingly, her former music manager, Scooter Braun, actually came to Taylor's defense and told Trump to simply shake it off. Obviously, a clear reference to Swift's song by the same title. So there's that. That's happening. Also, unfortunately, some sad news here. Tito Jackson of the famed Jackson 5 and the Jackson family has died at the age of 70. He was pivotal in, the Jackson 5's music success. He passed away on Sunday, September 15th, after suffering an apparent heart attack. So, unfortunately, that happened. Rest in peace, Tito. And love to the Jackson family. Also, Meryl Streep and Martin Short continue to fuel romance rumors at the Emmys. Jeremy will give you a whole recap of the Emmys in his rave review tomorrow. But the rumored couple were spotted sitting next to each other inside the awards ceremony. And they starred together in Hulu's Only Murders in the Building. So that's all I got for this week. I covered a lot of ground. Justin Timberlake getting off just because, he wasn't driving under the influence, but he was alcohol impaired. So I don't know. I've got thoughts on that and everything else I talked about, but lots more fun coming up on Ozarks Fox AM after this.